Good morning. Today is January the 30th. Yes, January 30th. And another day of my winter vlog. So today will probably be a shorter than usual video. As you can see, I'm all dressed up, makeup. Ray and I are on our way to a wedding. A very dear friend of ours is getting married today, and so we're heading to the wedding, and then there will be a reception later, so that's going to take up quite a bit of the day. But I still have a couple of things on my schedule I want to get done today after returning back from the wedding. I'm hoping I can get a quick Joann's run in after the reception and then head on back home so that I can still start prepping for 2024. So the thing I want to accomplish more than anything today is I want to decide what will be my January the 1st cast on. Every year I try to cast on something new for January the 1st, and hopefully this year will be no exception. I would really love to cast on my very first sweater for the sweater make-along. So that's Ray talking in the background. So hopefully I will get that done, decide what sweater, wind my yarn, get my project bag, notions, everything together so that I'll be all set for January the 1st. And I do have a couple of other things I need to do with my planners and notebooks to set those up. So hopefully I'll get that done this evening too. So I'll check back in with you later. So I figured I would share with you this dress that I'm wearing. It's just it's basically a pullover with a high bodice. You know how you just have those days where you just don't feel like fussing with an outfit. I didn't want to feel closed in or cinched in. I just wanted to be cool and comfy. And these earrings were custom made for me by my dear friend Jen. Her company is called Daily and Moy. These were an anniversary gift that Ray gave me, I think for our 35th anniversary, maybe our 30th. I can't remember, but she custom made them for me. Now I'm trying to convince Ray to come to the camera so that I can show off his outfit. He is wearing a black velvet suit. I love this suit. And I told him I'd never seen him wear a tie clip, but he says he wears them all the time. I guess I just never noticed. So this is us for today. Yep, it's 11, almost 11:30. So the wedding starts at 12, right? So we're hoping we get there in enough time where Ray can get up a parking space on the actual parking lot and not have to walk a distance. So that's the plan. So Ray, I've been thinking the last day of the vlog, I would love to play a little game with you.
Okay.
I don't know what I'll call it, but it's a quiz on how well do you know yarn. How well do you know yarn and all the things about knitting? So I've been knitting for quite some time, right?
Yeah.
And we're like best friends, right?
Yeah.
And you go with me to all the things, right?
Yeah, most of the things, yeah.
So you should have picked up quite a bit of knowledge by now, you think?
Perhaps.
So we're gonna test that out. I'm gonna make it as easy as possible for you.
Okay.
Deal?
Yeah, that'll work.
That'll work. Okay. Okay. So I'll start thinking of some questions. I think this has really been fun, but I'm thinking sometime next week will be one of the last days of the winter vlog, and then we'll get back to it at some point. But I've really enjoyed it. It has been quite a bit of work, but I have really enjoyed it, and I really appreciate you all coming along for the ride and enjoying it as well. So
All right.
yeah,
See you guys later.
yeah, we'll check back in later. So we are finally back home from a very long day. As you know, weddings take up the entire day, but it was an absolutely beautiful wedding. The bride was absolutely stunning and beaming. The groom was handsome and smiling and beaming. Really, really so happy for them. So really honored to be able to share in their celebration. So the only thing I want to share with you before the evening ends. So as promised, I want to share with you the project that I'm going to cast on January the 1st. I have decided to kick off the Year of the Sweater Make-Along by making a Wave of Change jacket. Now this is a pattern by Denise Barron of Barron Handmade, and it calls for a bulky weight yarn and a US 10 needle as well as a US 9. US 10 for the body of the sweater and a US 9 for the trimming, the neckline as well as the front of the sweater and the cuffs and the bottom of the sweater. Let's see, this goes all the way up to a size 7, which is a 63-inch bust, so fairly size inclusive. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to cast on. This will be my second Wave of Change jacket. And as I think, so let me just show you the yarn, because as I'm looking at this yarn and it's okay, here it is. So it's like, I don't know, to me it's showing up kind of pink on the camera, but it's really more like a light terracotta, like a really light, almost peachy like. So the yarn that I'm using is Hue and Me, and this is a collaboration they did with Two of Wands, and this is a bulky weight yarn, and the recommended needle size is a 10.5. The recommended hook size is a 10.5 or K. It is 80% acrylic and 20% wool. It is machine washable, and the color is Bellini, so definitely more of a peachy tone. So really looking forward to casting this on. As you can see, this is a really nice, substantial yarn here. So definitely looking forward to this. This should be a super quick knit. And I really wanted something super quick because I'm still working on my LYS sweater, which is done in a fingering weight. And I know that's going to be a long-term project. I'm still just on sleeve 1. So it'll be really nice to have a faster sweater on the needles. So that will be my January the 1st cast on. Really excited about that. Also, January 1st, I am thinking about joining is it called the Junk Journal January? This is an event that is put on by several prolific journalers, and I believe Meg Journals is the one who is heading everything off. I will leave a link to her YouTube channel so that you can see what it's all about. But I've done several of her challenges in the past. This is the journal I completed for Junk Journal July, and I really, really enjoyed this process. So I am considering doing this again. I knew that this was going on for January, but I had said to myself that I was not going to participate. And then Christina of Chelsea Yarns reached out to me and asked if I was going to participate, because she was. So, it doesn't take much to pull. It doesn't take much for me to change my mind. So tonight, after I edit and upload this video, I am going to look at some of the videos that Meg has been preparing for Junk Journal January. And I then need to make a decision. Am I going to make a really quick journal, or am I going to use something pre-made? I do have a couple of other booklets like this pre-made, and it's really simple to create your own junk journal. Maybe sometime in the future I will show you another one that I actually made and am still working in. So those are the two things that are on my mind for today and tomorrow in preparation for January the 1st. And what else? So I had mentioned that I was going to plan for a family dinner, and unfortunately, it looks like it's not going to happen. We've got some sickness in the family. A couple of folks totally got the date mixed up. So really kind of bummed about that. So still up in the air. Things are up in the air, and I'm trying to decide, am I still going to cook the way I was going to cook? My plan was to make a huge pot of seafood stew. So I still have to decide, am I going to do that? I went to the grocery store Friday night and got everything I needed. And so I'm just trying to decide, am I just going to freeze it and do it another time and just continue to focus on getting ready for January the 1st, or just still make it? So if I decide, I say all that to say, if I decide to make it, I will definitely bring the camera in the kitchen and show you that process as well. So right now I'm just sipping on a glass of port. Dinner was fairly early at the wedding, so I felt like I needed a little snack. So when I came home, I opened up a bag of chips, and I'm going to share those with you. Well, not share as in give you some. I wish I could, but I'm going to share with you what these are, just in case you have never had them, because they are amazing. So here they are. They're called dark russet kettle cooked potato chips, and they came from Trader Joe's. And we've been buying these for quite some time, at least 4 years, because I remember we discovered them during the pandemic. And it says that the potato chips in this bag are made with a special variety of russet potato that, when thinly sliced and kettle cooked, creates a deeply caramelized, captivatingly crunchy chip. So, as you can see, the chip is really, really dark. And so I'm not sure if the potato is this dark, or is it the way that they cook it, because it doesn't taste burnt at all, but it does have a really, really deep potatoy taste. I mean, they are just absolutely delicious. We love them. And normally I will have them with the caramelized onion dip from Trader Joe's. Those two are just an amazing combination. So I might get me about a teaspoon of that and have a couple of more chips, along with some pot stickers. He's pan frying some pot stickers, and he'll probably make a little sauce to go with those. So that'll be our little light late night snack, and I'll finish up my glass of wine, hopefully get a little bit of knitting done before the evening ends. And yeah, so that is the plan. Really appreciate how much you've expressed how much you are enjoying these vlogs. Some of my close friends have texted me and said, "Oh, I'm really enjoying your vlogs. Keep it up." And so I've gotten lots of messages on Instagram as well as YouTube. So thank you very much for that. So I will see you again tomorrow with another winter vlog.